Bear isn't the real villain of Obsession. Now hear me out. Spoilers ahead for Obsession, so if you haven't seen it, make sure you save this video and return when you have. I went the other night and I saw Obsession for the second time, and I've come to this conclusion. In the film Obsession, Bear is made out to be the villain the whole time by not telling Nikki how he felt, so he conjured a wish that he didn't think would actually work, but it did, and it pinned Nikki under a spell to fall madly in love with him. But I've come to the realization that Ian is the real villain of the story the whole time. At the start of the film, we are introduced to Bear giving a speech to a waitress, and at the end of the speech, the waitress starts telling him that she really loves it and that is the most sweetest thing ever, and Ian just cuts her off, tells her no, you can kick rocks. It is revealed later on that Ian and Nikki have been sleeping together for over the past 2 years, and so instead of Ian telling Bear, his so-called best friend, that him and Nikki have actually been sleeping together, he makes him believe that he has a shot, that he has a chance with Nikki, but he keeps telling him the wrong things. Like again, for instance, at the diner, he keeps telling him, no, Nikki doesn't want to hear any of that. Nikki's not the type of girl to go for any of that. But really, she probably was. He then goes on to tell him to call her Freaky Nikki, a nickname that she despises, but to do it cute, to do it silly. You know, I don't know about you, but I am one of the types of people that I've had nicknames in the past that I did not want and I despise. So there's no cute way of calling somebody a name that they despise. Once Bear actually conjures that wish and Nikki becomes obsessed with him and madly in love with him, you could see it bothers Ian. Right off the get-go, Ian is just trying to, man, this is crazy. You don't even know what the hell's going on. She's lying about everything. He is so hell-bent on trying to make it to where Bear is not happy. If you ask me, Nikki actually did like Bear, but also just like Bear, she was just too scared of rejection, which is why she looked like she was disappointed when she asked Bear, "Do you like me?" And he tells her, "No, I don't." She looked really disappointed by that. One of the only true friends that Bear actually had was Sarah herself. Sarah was the only one to give Bear the truth about Ian and Nikki, even though I just wish that she would have told him sooner before he made this wish. They could have had a great life together, but if they did, there would be no movie. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that Bear wasn't a villain at all, because he was, but he was a villain created from the lives of the people close to him. He didn't take advantage right away of Nikki because he was a little freaked out. He just didn't understand what was going on. It was like, oh my gosh, does she actually like me, or did that wish actually come true? And when he finds out that the wish did actually come true, that's when he fully takes advantage of her. That's when the villain arc becomes reality. So in the end, Ian created Bear's villain arc straight up. He just did. Ian was just a scumbag who didn't care about anyone except himself, and it shows. He didn't even care to see his so-called best friend be happy. It shows throughout the whole film, even when Bear asks him, "Please make this wish to make this go away." What does he do? He does a selfish thing and goes, "I wish for $1 billion." What a dick. Anyways, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below.